You're watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. One man was taken into custody for allegedly firing shots near an apartment complex in Wilkes-Barre. Patrol officers responded to the Sherman Hills apartment shortly after noon Wednesday for a report of shots fired. Video surveillance helped them track down the suspected shooter, 37-year-old Arles Lito of Chicago. He was found inside of a North Hancock Street building where he eventually came out and surrendered to police. Police are still searching for a second suspect believed to be involved in the shooting. No injuries were reported, and police say that charges have been filed against Lito. 2 more individuals have been charged for their alleged roles in a Hazleton area meth ring. According to police, 38-year-old Angela Ruggiero of Drums operated the ring and was arrested alongside several others back in June. 47-year-old Christopher Dura was charged for allowing the ring to operate out of a garage at his P Street home. 24-year-old Junior Silverio Ventura and 23-year-old Stanley Sabattle are also facing charges for allegedly supplying the organization with meth. Both face charges of delivery or possession with intent to deliver, corrupt organizations, and robbery. Sabattle was previously charged in the case, but the charges were dropped until police filed new ones against him on Monday. Silverio Ventura was denied bail earlier this week, while Sabattle was released on $250,000 unsecured bail. An individual accused of making threats against police was taken into custody after authorities found him in the borough of Wyoming last night. Schools within the Wyoming area school district were put on lockdown yesterday when police learned that the unidentified armed man was in the area and threatening to harm law enforcement. The lockdown was lifted around 4:30, and the man was arrested around 9:30 in the area of 7th Street, where he was then taken to an area hospital for an evaluation. No injuries were reported, and there's no word at this time as to what charges may be filed. The City of Hazleton, alongside the Hazleton Police Department and Flock Safety, held a press conference at City Hall this afternoon to announce a new safety project. Mayor Jeff Gassett announced that a new camera system will soon encircle the City of Hazleton. The city partnered with the company Flock Safety to install 44 new automatic license plate readers across the area.
This camera system is set up as a ring around the entire city. So if some type of crime happens in the city, we will be able to locate the vehicles leaving or entering at any given time and any different location. Under this plan, we have strategically placed cameras throughout the city and neighboring municipalities, which will not leave any opening for someone to escape or enter the city.
ALPRs capture computer-readable images of license plates and vehicles, which will allow HPD to narrow down their searches with what the camera captures as a whole, rather than just the tag number.
When I first came in office and getting to know understanding the police department strategy a little bit more, when there was a big incident in the city, we were calling the turnpike to see if any of the vehicles had entered New Jersey. And my idea was, if they could do that at the turnpike, why can't we do that on the city egresses?
Each camera costs $2,500 per unit per year and will be funded through the Gun Violence Reduction section of the Recovery Plan Act until December of 2026, not through taxpayers.
This is for incidences where if there is a homicide, if there's a hit and run, and we really started pushing it again after a child was hit by a vehicle several months ago is when I came and said, I think we need to move forward on this a little bit faster and more aggressive. We knew what kind of vehicle we were looking for, yet we couldn't locate it. And this year, with a partial license plate or a color of a vehicle, we would be able to narrow it down and find a suspect faster.
The cameras will be placed in major choke points surrounding the area, which encompassed HPD to jump on with West Hazleton and Hazel Township in trying to coordinate the locations.
Essentially what's going to happen is a vehicle is going to go by, the cameras will capture the vehicle, the license plate, the vital information. At that time it'll be stored on a database for 30 days. After 30 days that system is purged and would basically restart again. This could be used in any number of incidents. Say we have a gunshot scenario, we could see the vehicles that are leaving that area. Same thing with the homicide. If there's a homicide in the vicinity, at least we'll have some additional information, people to look at cars, different things like that. We can use it for hit and run accidents when cars take off all the time, pull up that information for that time frame and see if we can locate the plate and find the vehicle. Emphasizing on, the mayor said that the young boy that was hit on Poplar Street, if we had had these in place there, it would have made life so much simpler and a little bit quicker in the investigation.
According to Flock Safety, the data from the ALPRs is stored on a specific government cloud hosted by Amazon Web Services to keep it secure from hackers.
When a vehicle passes one of the cameras, it gets uploaded to the cloud. That way the officers don't necessarily have to be in a certain area to view it. They can just view it from their MDTs, their laptops, their phones. And then again, at the end of the 30 days, it gets hard deleted. And if an officer wants to view, there is a search reason that has to be put in. And I'm not going to speak for Chief, but I'm assuming he'll be monitoring that to see which reasons are being put in when searches are made. There's no facial recognition. It's not going to track gender, race, anything like that. The goal of the cameras is to capture objective evidence to see exactly what passed at what time versus relating anything to a VIN number. It's all about what the camera sees as if a police officer was there themselves.
And they aren't just reactive, as Flock Safety is integrated with the NCSC Hot List and Amber Alerts. So, if a vehicle enters Hazleton, HPD will know. Police in Luzerne County issued a search warrant at a Nescopec home after being alerted about a man uploading child pornography through the internet storage company Dropbox. A tip came in to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children that 24-year-old Gabriel Gregory Vaught of Nescopec had uploaded images of apparent child sexual abuse materials. Police searched his residence and uncovered thousands of files on Vaught's personal hard drives. He was arrested Tuesday and taken to Luzerne County Prison for a lack of $150,000 bail. Police in Wilkes-Barre are asking for the public's help identifying two people who allegedly stole merchandise from the Home Depot. Surveillance photos show a man and woman attempting to steal around $1,500 worth of merchandise from the store on Wednesday. The two were seen leaving the area in a black Ford Expedition. Anyone with information on the incidents being asked to contact the Wilkes-Barre Police Department at 570-208-6721. The City of Hazleton is looking to replace their downtown parking meters through a project that could begin by mid-2022. The city will install kiosk pay stations that'll accept payment by cash, credit, or debit card in 12 locations on both sides of Broad Street. Officials are working to finalize parking system upgrades that include installing a dozen kiosks in place of coin-fed parking meters between Cedar and Locust Streets. They'll also change their mobile app from the Pango mobile pay system to the Park mobile app, which is compatible with existing meters. The project's still in its early stages as administrators work to finalize a contract with Park Mobile and evaluate different models of kiosks. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton offers a Level 4 trauma center right here in our own backyards. WYLN's Julie Stefanovich spoke with medical professionals today who are on the front lines at the facility.
The Lehigh Valley Health Network provides specialized trauma care at numerous facilities, including right here in Hazleton. The hospital earned accreditation from the Pennsylvania Trauma Systems Foundation and has been serving the area as a Level 4 trauma center since 2015.
With that comes basically standards of care, how we practice, recommendations, and it basically holds us accountable to providing a high level of care. It's a very rigorous program to be a part of regarding our quality improvement.
Having the trauma program at LVH Hazleton is beneficial to patients, especially those who sustain severe injuries and may not do well being transported to an out-of-town facility.
If someone's very critically injured, they could deteriorate during that time. Here, what would happen is they can come in here, they can be resuscitated, like provided with IV fluids, blood products if needed, medicine for pain, immediate treatments, life-saving interventions, and have all those modalities of the hospital to get them stabilized.
It also benefits EMS personnel and the community as a whole.
Having accredited trauma center here at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton allows us to bring our patients right to an emergency department that they can be sure that they're going to be stabilized and cared for immediately. It does not require us to go out of town 30 minutes, 45 minutes away to a trauma center, which in then turn takes resources for EMS out of the area, and kind of causes a challenge for us to be able to respond to other emergencies as they arise. And
LVHN EMS partners with other area EMS services to best cover the greater Hazleton area.
McAdoo Ambulance, Sugarloaf Ambulance, Freeland, Whitehaven, Valley Regional Medic 26, and Greater Hazleton Ambulance. All of those partners that we work very closely with benefit from this trauma center being here because they can bring their patients from their communities right here to an accredited trauma center and then assure that their care is handed off to great professionals and a great team here, and they can go back available and be ready to respond to the next emergency.
There are many different types of traumatic injuries, and they fall into a large spectrum. They can happen to anyone at any age and are often sustained during motor vehicle accidents, falls, and even sporting events.
There's different mechanisms for trauma. Like you think of things of like patients that fall down steps. They could have, fractures. They can have a lung injury. They can have internal bleeding. Someone that falls can also have a head injury. Anticoagulation is a consideration that we look at very, very carefully with patients that hit their head. The other thing too is, geriatrics, more prone to have like fractures, and serious injuries from even more minor trauma, just a fall from standing that can be devastating for some patients.
To learn more about all the services Lehigh Valley Health Network has to offer, visit lvhn.org or call 1-888-402-5846. In Hazleton, for Wyln News, I'm Julie Stefnovich.
Thank you, Julie. Coming up on Wyln News, details on an upcoming child vaccine clinic at the high school, plus more on Geisinger's new military program. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Ezra. I'm 5 years old, and it's sunny out, so break your sunglasses.
We want your child to be our Wyln Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on Wyln News and Wyln social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the Wyln News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice,
everyday low prices,
plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander Mazda. Welcome to
the season of inspiration.
At a time in the market where your trade is going to be worth record all-time highs, why don't you come into Mazda and put your name on a car, reserve one that's coming in, or custom order the Mazda of your dreams. So if you're in the market for a car, check out the most reliable models available through Blaze Alexander Mazda or Greater Hazleton, and come see what the season of inspiration is all about.
Hi, I'm Marty Burns from Wyln Sports.
Hello, I'm Dennis Bookman, head football coach of the Hazleton Area Cougars.
Join us this Thanksgiving as we look back at the 2021 Hazleton Area Cougars. We start at 3:30 with the season finale of Sports Talk, followed by the Week 3 matchup against Berwick. That'll be at 4. And then at 7, the District 2 semifinal at home against Wilkes-Barre area. That's all going to start Thanksgiving Day at 3:30.
Happy Thanksgiving. Go Cougars.
Children ages 5 to 17 can receive a dose of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine during an upcoming clinic next week. The clinic's being held at the Hazleton Area High School from 4 to 7 p.m. on Tuesday, November 23rd. Children don't have to attend Hazleton Area to get a vaccination, but they do need to be accompanied by a parent if they're under 18. They'll also be required to complete a consent form and make an appointment online via the HASD Announcements Facebook page. During the week of November 8th, Hazleton Area reported that 43 students and 11 workers had cases of COVID-19, while another 57 students were in quarantine. The Alice C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center is looking for a diverse company for their 2022 production of Tim Rice and Andrew Lloyd Webber's rock opera, Jesus Christ Superstar. Open auditions take place tomorrow, November 19th from 6 to 9 p.m. and Saturday, November 20th from noon to 3 p.m. They'll be held at the 700 North Wyoming Street Theater in Hazleton, and all are welcome. Audition forms are available at wiltseycenter.org, but you can email jcs@wiltsey@gmail.com for more info. Jesus Christ Superstar will be presented at the Wiltsey on April 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in 2022. All PennDOT driver's license and photo centers will be closed next week in observance of the Thanksgiving holiday. Driver's license and photo centers, as well as their Riverfront office in Harrisburg, will be closed on Thursday, November 25th and Friday, November 26th. Customers can still obtain a variety of driver and vehicle products and services online at no cost 24/7 by visiting dmv.pa.gov. Motorists can also check the conditions on major roadways online at 511pa.com, by calling 511, or by downloading the mobile app. Geisinger launched a new program to support active duty service members during their transition to civilian life. The Geisinger Military Fellowship Program is a 12-week workplace learning experience for service members as they explore civilian career options after the military. The fellowship is a partnership with the U.S. Department of Defense's SkillBridge program, which gives service members the chance to transfer their knowledge acquired in the military and learn through hands-on experiences with civilian employers. Service members who are within 6 months of transition to civilian life can work alongside Geisinger employers to gain experience and training for their next career step. Visit job.geisinger.org/veterans to learn more. Coming up on Sandy Runs News Choice, we talk holiday pet safety and community in you, plus Leading the Way, Part 4. Stay with us.
Sacco Chiropractic, East Broad Street in Hazleton, has the health care you've been waiting for. Whether it's a chronic issue or something new, Sacco Chiropractic has the most up-to-date techniques and therapies to help with any ailment. From his days of playing football with the Cougars and then in college, Dr. Scott Sacco has an elite understanding of sports injuries and how to correct them. Whether you are an athlete, a weekend warrior, or a grandmother, we can help with multiple issues. Call today to see why relief is super, man. 570-497-4150.
No matter how busy life gets, your health needs to come first. That's why the relationship you build with your Lehigh Valley Health Network primary care doctor is one of the most important you'll ever have. From identifying your personal health risk factors to coordinating care with specialists, LVHN is here to partner with you every step of the way. And with the choice of virtual or in-person visits, it's never been easier to put your health at the top of your to-do list. Take the first step by visiting lvhn.org or by calling 888-402-LVHN.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Your health has never been more important. That's why Lehigh Valley Health Network is making it easier than ever to take control with MyLVHN, your digital health partner. MyLVHN allows you to schedule appointments right from the palm of your hand, message your doctor questions, and even see an LVHN provider from the comfort of your home through video visits. With MyLVHN, you have on-demand access to your health anytime, anywhere. To learn more or to sign up, visit lvhn.org/mylvhn.
Tickets are now on sale for the annual Sounds of the Season concert at the Alice C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazleton. Ring in the holidays with performances by the Hazleton Philharmonic Orchestra under the direction of Robert Lagana, Fabergé Follies, and the Hazleton Area High School Cougar Crooners. General admission tickets are just $10. Sounds of the Season, December 11th, is sponsored by these local businesses.
Most pets want to be included in holiday festivities just like any other family member. But like the kids, we have to look out for our furry companions. It's important to keep their eating and daily habits as normal as possible during the bustling season.
I mean, any dog, no matter how good it is with people, can get spooked at any time. You're not going to know. They get anxiety issues just like people do around the holidays. There's a lot going on. It's confusing for them. There's different music, different noise, different people coming into the house. So always keep in mind that your dog could be spooked by strangers. And you know, better safe than sorry. When we have guests over, sometimes our dogs are in another room. They're fine, and everybody stays safe. It's just a matter of being smart about it, you know. Don't spook them out. You don't need anybody getting bit. You don't want your dog to bite anybody. You don't want your dog to be uncomfortable. That's their home, and they need to feel safe in it too.
Whether it be the holidays or not, one thing's for sure, dogs love food. Even the smallest of treats cause their eyes to light up like the North Star. Before you feed them holiday delicacies, you may want to check to see if it's safe for their digestion.
There's a whole list of things not to feed your dogs, what to feed your dogs to in the holiday season. I'm guilty of giving my dogs table scraps when they want it. They watch me, they know I'm eating, they eat with me, but mostly my food is okay for them. But you just got to Google it, safe food for dogs. It comes up. You know, dogs can't have onions, they can't have chocolate, there's grapes they can't have. There's certain things that are common that people do know, but there are other things that could harm your dog that you don't know. So when in doubt, make sure you check. You know, just reach out there and either Google it or call the shelter. We'll work with you. We'll give you a list of what to feed them, what not to feed them. They need their treats too. You just want to do it in a safe way.
And Christmas tree, watch out for holiday decorations that may not be suitable around fur babies.
Yeah, you always have to watch around the holidays with the trees going up that the dog or the cat don't knock it over. There's also electrical wires. There's poinsettia plants that could be dangerous to different animals. So you have to be careful there. Make sure your holiday plants aren't where your dog could eat them. So check that out.
The old saying goes that it's the thought that counts. But giving a dog as a gift isn't in the animal's best interest.
Please, please, please don't buy anybody a dog for a gift. A dog is not a gift, okay? When you're going to get somebody a dog, they need to come with you. They need to pick up the dog. They need to understand what it takes and what it entails. And the dog is for a lifetime, so it's a big commitment. So don't try to surprise mom and dad with a dog that they're going to trip over and get hurt with, and the dog's going to end up in a shelter anyway. Do it the smart way.
Traveling isn't recommended during the pandemic, but if you find it necessary, prepare your pets for that trip over the hills and through the woods.
Some dogs are better off in cars than others. Some dogs get anxiety issues when they're in the car. You may not know it if you're not used to taking them. So if you think you're going to take them for the first holiday trip, start off small. Take them up around town for a little bit and see what it's like in the car. Keep in mind they could see something on the outside and want to go after it. So you don't want your dog getting sick in your car. You don't want your dog jumping out the window in your car. I've had dogs open the door of a car by hitting a button or roll down the window by mistake. So keep that in mind. If you're going to be away for any kind of distance, have somebody check on your dog that your dog is familiar with. Don't send a stranger in your house to check on your dog. If you're going to have somebody come in that your dog doesn't know, have them come in while you're there a few times before they come to visit.
The Carbon County Animal Shelter is still adopting amid the pandemic. To schedule an appointment, give them a call at 570-325-4828 or check them out on Facebook.
M&J Excavation, serving the area with quality and dependable home heating oil with competitive pricing. Also on and off-road oil delivery for your heavy equipment. They also provide paving and excavation services. 570-233-1898. Membership opportunities are now available at the Valley Country Club, 79 Country Club Lane in Sugarloaf. Clubhouse upgrades are in progress and will be ready for the spring. Call Frank Radis for details at 570-233-5328.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo Spaceman on WYLN TV 35. Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 4, Sundays at 9.
No matter how busy life gets, your health needs to come first. That's why the relationship you build with your Lehigh Valley Health Network primary care doctor is one of the most important you'll ever have. From identifying your personal health risk factors to coordinating care with specialists, LVHN is here to partner with you every step of the way. And with the choice of virtual or in-person visits, it's never been easier to put your health at the top of your to-do list. Take the first step by visiting lvhn.org or by calling 888-402-LVHN.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Eileen Perchak's leading the way again into part 4 of this week's series.
And welcome back to this week's segment of Leading the Way with Eileen Perchak from SAFE. So, what have been some of the biggest achievements for yourself personally, some of the biggest achievements, and for SAFE as an organization?
That's easy. My biggest, well, I shouldn't say my biggest accomplishment, because I have to give credit to my son, was watching him flourish. As a small boy, people told me he'd never amount to anything, and I quote, put him in a home, that kind of stuff, put him in an emotional support room, and I refused. And now my son is a college graduate. He has his associate's degree. He is full-time employed. He carries his own health insurance, his own, dental, eye. He bought his own car. He pays his own bills. So I would say that is my, my biggest accomplishment, but he did the work. I just helped him get to where he needed to be. And for SAFE, I think I'd have to say the collaborative effort with 3 major places. Guys at your ADMI, the Spark, they have been a constant source of funding for us, support, help to our families. The All One Foundation and the Luzerne Foundation, our programs couldn't survive without the, the good work that those people do. So I think as far as the executive director, forging those relationships and keeping them has probably been my personal best through SAFE.
All right, folks, check back tomorrow night as Eileen continues leading the way into part 5 of this week's segment. Good night.
And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.